Some of the most successful nonprofits that I know are relying on a lesser known source of support to stretch their budgets and help their programs run. In kind donations, or non monetary donations of goods or services. Now, when I was first starting a nonprofit, and even years later when it had grown to a much larger organization, in kind donations helped us save hundreds or thousands of dollars every single year. It meant donations of technology we couldn't afford, supplies we needed for events or programs, and even skilled volunteers who would help us with marketing or social media or strategy. So in this episode of Changemaker Cafe, I'm going to give you 10 reliable places that nonprofits can go to get in-kind support in 2026. Plus, I'll share 2 bonus sources at the end that almost nobody talks about. The places I'm going to share are where nonprofits can apply for and access in-kind goods, technology, services, furniture, food, and professional talent. Not every platform is going to be the right fit for every organization, and they typically do involve some kind of application process or other vetting process, but used strategically, they can dramatically expand your capacity, like I was saying before. So for each of these 10 in-kind donation platforms I'll explain how they work and how to access the donations. Let's begin. First, Good 360 is a platform that connects nonprofits with donated items from retailers, everything from household goods to personal care items to furniture, and often in some pretty large quantities. Some of these items may be free and some may be heavily discounted. Some may also include a shipping fee, but still, that's some pretty big savings. If your programs require physical supplies or materials, this can significantly reduce your costs. Right now, the organization serves nonprofits and schools based in the United States and Canada, and looks like they have a separate Australia branch too. One thing to keep in mind is that because their inventory is based on bulk donations from big companies and other donors, inventory changes often, so it's not always going to be guaranteed. Here's how you would apply. You'd create a Good 360 account, you'd complete nonprofit verification, and then you'd choose a membership level. Some of the tiers are free and some require some fees. Up second, we've got TechSoup. TechSoup offers nonprofits discounted and donated software, refurbished hardware, and digital tools from major companies, including groups like Microsoft, Adobe, Zoom, Intuit, and more. My own nonprofit had a TechSoup membership, and we would save a bunch of money on accounting and other key software, so I can really vouch for this one. Professional grade technology can be really expensive is the thing, especially for newer or smaller organizations. So TechSoup gives small nonprofits access to tools they might otherwise not be able to afford. To get TechSoup donations or discounts, you're going to register your organization and complete their screening process. Their approval process could take a couple of days, and then you can browse the products you need once you are approved. One thing to keep in mind is similar to Good 360, there may be small fees involved that help TechSoup cover their costs of managing all these donations. Each listing is going to clearly state donation or discounted status. But even if you have to pay, say, an $80 one-time admin fee for software that would have cost you $600 for the year, that's a pretty great deal, right? Third, Donation Match. Donation Match helps nonprofits and companies willing to donate items for auctions, raffles, and events. And this is a big one in my opinion, because I've planned dozens of fundraising events, silent auctions, raffles, etc. And the most time-consuming part is always securing donated items for all of those things. Let me know if you relate to that. So this site is going to let you use a centralized system where businesses already want to support events and have offered up donated items that nonprofits can ask for instead of having to cold email or stop by like 100 businesses. Here's how you participate. Like the others, you're going to need to create an account. You can do some donation requests with a totally free account. If you want to be able to ask for a lot more items and be eligible for some additional bonuses, you can pay an event-based fee, which means you pay a flat rate to request a bunch of items for one fundraising event that you're holding. The fee I saw recently was about $129. But again, if you're potentially going to be getting thousands of dollars in donated items for your event, it could really be worth it. Now, once you request donations, the donor companies review your request and confirm whether or not they're going to donate. Keep in mind that approvals are not guaranteed because the donor company still needs to make sure that your mission and organization is the right fit for them. The fourth platform I want to share is National Association for the Exchange of Industrial Resources, or NAIR. NAIR redistributes donated goods like school supplies, office materials, maintenance items, and craft supplies to nonprofits and schools. They work with companies who have maybe produced a surplus or have other unused inventory to get those items into nonprofits or schools that could use them through their platform. Here's a little bit about how it works. Membership is required to get these items, but you can get the first year free. After that, it's a $59 annual fee, which I don't think is too much, but you can upgrade for premier membership and benefits also. Now, once approved, you can request items in their catalog and just pay the shipping and handling fees to get the items sent to your location. So if you're an organization that has programs working with youth or families or community education, or maybe you have a physical space that needs specialized equipment or furniture, you could potentially save significant money even if you're just paying the shipping fees. One thing to keep in mind is that, again, because these are donated or surplus goods, inventory is going to fluctuate month to month based on what they have in stock. So it's best to check regularly and request only what your team can actually immediately use. The fifth platform is the Shareway, which helps nonprofits research companies that offer in-kind support for events or programs. It's kind of similar to Donation Match, though it seems to have some additional donation categories, such as meals or snacks versus just focusing on auction or raffle donations. They have donations from local businesses as well as larger businesses. That stood out to me. You seem to be able to browse options based on your geography. So to access some of these in-kind donations, you're going to, again, sign up for an account. They do have free plans that offer some limited searches. Paid tiers allow you to expand those searches and filtering. And then once you're in, you'd still apply directly to each company following their guidelines. Something else about the Shareway is that they allow you to track your application progress in their dashboard too, so you can see where your request stands, if it's been approved or if it's in progress. Think of this as an in-kind donation research tool. Like the other platforms, your outreach to the donor companies is still going to be important. Our sixth place to get in-kind support is a little different, because this one is about getting pro bono professional support, not items. Catchafire matches nonprofits with professional volunteers offering skills like graphic design, marketing, strategy, HR, and more specific time-bound projects. It's designed to help your organization complete those well-defined projects like graphic design for an upcoming annual report, getting help setting up Google Ads, writing email marketing copy, or reviewing your accounting systems. And all are meant to be done within a span of about 2 to 8 weeks, depending on the project. Finding the right volunteer with the specific skills you need can be tough, and newer or smaller nonprofits especially lack this kind of help. So participating in Catchafire might be beneficial. Participating might take a little bit longer than the other platforms, and here's why. Skills-based projects are free for nonprofits once they become members, but memberships are paid for by funders in the nonprofit's area. So while participating would be free for your organization, there has to be a funder sponsoring nonprofits in your community first. But after you're approved for membership, your organization can get unlimited projects and support calls with experts. Our seventh platform is Double the Donation. And this one is a little different too, because it's a directory that helps you identify companies with not only in-kind giving opportunities, but also matching gift policies and sponsorship opportunities. So it kind of combines those in-kind and cash donation requests. Corporate giving opportunities aren't necessarily easy to find online, so a centralized directory like this can really shorten the research time for you. Similar to the other platforms that I've shared, you need a membership to access the directory. There is a cost, but only after the first year. The first year is free. That way you can see the ROI and try it before you buy it, so to speak. After you become a member, you can apply for matching gifts from the companies offering them. One other benefit of this one is that it integrates with other fundraising platforms too. So if you're already using a fundraising system like Click and Pledge, the sponsor of this video, Double the Donation can integrate to quickly find if a donor's company will match the donation they just made to your organization. Whether you're collecting in-kind donations or cash donations, you need an easy way to collect donations online. So it's a great time to thank the sponsor of this video, Click and Pledge, for making it easy for nonprofits of all sizes to raise money and scale with confidence. Click and Pledge gives you professional grade tools for super affordable startup level costs from day one. They've got customizable donation forms that you can plug right into your website. These forms are the foundation of any good online fundraising strategy. But Click and Pledge also has a number of other tools included in their affordable flat monthly costs that you can use as your nonprofit is growing. They've got in-person and peer-to-peer fundraising features, video fundraising with embedded donation links, text-to-give tools, donor management, Salesforce, and other integrations like Double the Donation, and more, all included with no contracts or surprise add-on fees. Now, unlike some platforms that increase your fees as you grow, Click and Pledge pricing stays the same whether you have 10 donors or 10,000. So you can use the QR code and link in the description to check out Click and Pledge, book a demo, and get your first $25 monthly fee waived. Now, our 8th in-kind donation source is built on partnerships, and it's the Furniture Bank Network. The Furniture Bank Network provides capacity and support to furniture banks all over the United States and Canada. So if you're a nonprofit that supports families transitioning out of homelessness or crisis, you could partner with your local furniture bank location to get free or low-cost furniture for those families that you're serving. Now, furniture can be prohibitively expensive for families getting situated in a new home after experiencing homelessness or crisis or a natural disaster. So these partnerships can really make a difference. To get furniture for the people you might be serving in your organization, you'll need to first find your local furniture bank on the network's website. Then check out partnership requirements for the furniture bank serving your area. The requirements may vary. Some may need case management support, some might require appointments, and others might require small fees for delivery, for example. 9th, just like the furniture bank model, Feeding America connects nonprofits with donated food and grocery products through their regional food banks. With food prices getting increasingly higher, more local food pantries and nonprofits combating food insecurity are trying to access food items to distribute to the families and individuals that they serve as cheaply as possible. So if your organization serves youth or families or has a food pantry, the network's regional food banks could be a viable partnership for you to get access to free or low-cost food for distribution in your communities. To partner with a food bank, first, again, identify the closest food bank to your service area. Then review the partnership criteria for the food bank and submit your application as a nonprofit partner. You might need to provide your 501c3 letter, proof that you have adequate and safe food storage spaces, or meet other criteria. 10th, Digitunity distributes refurbished laptops or low-cost computers to nonprofits and communities without access or who can't afford them. This is a great partnership for organizations serving youth or schools, low-income families, older adults, or others who might need computers. So to partner with Digitunity, you'll need to be an official nonprofit, school, or government organization in the United States. You're going to apply to become part of their partner network so that you can request computers to distribute to those you serve, and processing times for that application may vary. Now, I promised you 2 bonus items. We're going to call these honorable mentions. The first is grocery store donation programs. So many grocery chains offer modest but meaningful in-kind support, usually in the form of gift cards of maybe $10 to $100. Or maybe in-kind supplies for community projects. I have personally had a lot of success with these. Often, all you have to do is fill out a quick application on the store's website or walk up to the customer service desk with your nonprofit's 501c3 tax ID letter in hand. And sometimes you'll get lucky and they'll just even hand you gift cards right there on the spot so you can start using them for your organization right away. I'm going to do you a favor and link to a handful of grocery store donation applications below this video, so be sure to check those out. And the second bonus is local tool libraries. If you're not familiar, tool libraries lend garden tools, repair tools, I'm talking like power drills, and building equipment, often for free or for small annual membership for nonprofits. Inventory is going to vary widely and may require reservations, but it could be a great way to avoid paying full price to purchase tools you only need occasionally for your organization's construction and outdoor projects. You can find some local tool libraries at localtools.org. Now, there's one more thing I want to say here. In-kind donations can be a huge cost savings, but they have a secret other benefit also. Let me explain. It can be hard to get your foot in the door with new donors or funders if you're asking for a cash donation right away. But something I learned early on is that a lot of people and organizations who don't know you yet might feel more comfortable giving in-kind support before giving money. So in-kind donations don't just save you money, they help you build up relationships also. Every donated service, every piece of software, every box of supplies, they all represent a new connection, a new business learning about your mission, a new volunteer donating their skills. And these are all potential future ongoing donors, sponsors, and supporters if you play your cards right. So in that way, in-kind support can help you create a foundation for other kinds of support later. You just need to keep your relationships strong. If you're just starting out and are looking for a full system to help you build your first sustainable fundraising campaign, check out my $0 to $100,000 fundraising starter toolkit. Details are linked on my website at changemakercafe.com or below this video. Next week, I'm going to break down every step of how I would start a successful nonprofit in 2026, starting with no money, if I had to do it all over again. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that. I'm Amber Melanie Smith, and I'll see you next time.